हेलो माय नेम इज़ मनु हाउ आर यू फ्रेंड्स। आप सभी कैसे हैं? प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब मनु व्लॉग्स। टुडे आई विल शेयर थिंग्स अबाउट फिजी, a country which is 3,500 approx kilometers away from Sydney, Australia. If you have to say this in Fijian language, you would say, इस बात को फिजी लैंग्वेज में भाइयों ऐसे बोलेंगे, Bula Vinaka, Bula Vinaka, Nayaka Kuendi, Wakawatiko. हेलो माय नेम इज़ मनु हाउ आर यू को फिजियन लैंग्वेज में फ्रेंड ऐसे बोलेंगे, बुला विनाका नायाकाकू एंडी वकावाटिको। लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द फिजियन लैंग्वेज और नावोसा। नावोसा बोलते हैं फिजियन लैंग्वेज को। फिजियन लैंग्वेज में नावोसा फिजियन इज एन Austronesian language of the Malayo-Polynesian family, spoken by some 350,000 to 450,000 ethnic Fijians as a native language. The 2013 constitution established Fijian as an official language of Fiji along with English and Fiji Hindi, and there is a discussion about establishing it as the national language. Fiji, officially the Republic of Fiji, consists of 330 islands in the southwest Pacific Ocean, about 1,960 miles or 3,152 kilometers from Sydney, Australia. About 110 of these islands are inhabited. The two largest are Vitili. Friends, humans have lived in Fiji since the second millennium BC, first Austronesians and later Melanesians, with some Polynesians influences. Europeans first visited Fiji in the 17th century. Fijians or Itauki, literally means owner of the land, are the major indigenous people of the Fiji Islands and live in an area informally called Melanesia. Indigenous Fijians are believed to have arrived in Fiji from western Melanesia approximately 3,500 years ago. Though the exact origins of the Fijian people are unknown, later they move onward to other surrounding islands, including Rotuma, as well as blending with other Polynesians. Settlers on Tonga and Samoa, they are indigenous to all parts of Fiji except the island of Rotuma. The original settlers are now called Lapita, people after a distinctive pottery produced locally. Lapita pottery was found in the area from 800 BCE onward. Fiji has maintained many of its traditional art forms, a craft that dates from the original settlement of Fiji around 1290 BC. Pottery making is still practiced in the lower Sigatoka Valley, the islands of Kadavi and Malolo, western Vanuatu. The Reuss Delta and the province of Ra. Each district has its own distinct signature in its pottery style. Basket and especially mat plating is a universal practiced art. Every village girl has learned how to weave a mat or ibe by the time she is 10 years old. Palm fronds are the long fibrous pandanus. Leaves are vital construction materials in Fijian culture. Mas and tapa are names of bark cloth. This art form is practiced in many regions of the South Pacific and in several areas of Fiji. Masi has many uses, including as ceremonial dress, wall decorations, and more recent innovations such as table mats, handbags. It also makes a fine souvenir for visitors. Is the traditional style. Meke is the traditional style of dance, which is the combination of dance and storytelling through song. Both men and women perform in the Meke, and the dance is viewed as a group collaboration in which men are expected to demonstrate strong, virile movements, while women are expected to be graceful and feminine. Burre. Burre is the Fijian word for a wood and straw hut. Sometimes similar to a cabin. In its original sense, a bure is a structure built of anything that comes to hand. The components of bure are either stacked together, tied together by rope, or combination of both methods. Traditionally or ethnic Fijians lived in two types of houses. A valley was the family house, while men's house, where circumcised males of the clan met, ate, and slept, were known as bures. Both of these buildings were dark and smoky inside, with no windows and usually only one low door. Wales had hearth pits where the women cooked, and the packed earth floor was covered with grass or fern leaves and then carpeted with pandanus leaf or coarse coconut leaf mats. Kamekau is a traditional watercraft of Fiji, part of the broader Austronesian tradition. They are similar to catamarans, outrigger canoes, or the smaller versions of the drua, but are larger than a takia. These vessels were built primarily for the purposes of traveling between islands and for trade. It is theorized that the Kamekau was invented in the mid 1700s. Fijian is a verb subject object VOS language. The traditional Fijian language is made up of many difficult dialects and different dialects throughout the islands. The official language is based on Bao Fijian. It is estimated that 54% of the population are fluent in Fijian, a first or second language. The official Fijian alphabet consists of following 23 letters, sometimes 24 including the letters H. Listen to the pronunciation of their alphabet: A, B, B, like this. Numbers 1, 2, 2, Rua, and like these they used to pronounce their letters and words. Now, greetings and phrases. Hello. Hello in Fijian language is bula, bula. Goodbye, moose. Good morning, yadra vinaka. Good afternoon, yakavi vinaka. Good evening, bula vinaka. Yes, no, lo yesaga. Please, kere kere. Thank you, vinaka. Thank you very much, vinaka. Wakalivu. And sorry, sorry ko vosota in Fijian language. फ्रेंड्स, आपके साथ मैंने कुछ फिजियन कल्चर को शेयर किया, हाउ दे यूज्ड टू लिव एंड सर्वाइव एंड व्हाट दे यूज्ड टू डू, and even now in their villages they do some things like they used to do in ancient